Hey guys, today is Tuesday, June the 6th of 2023, and today is my birthday. Thank you for all the comments on the last video I posted. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you for all the love. So without any further delay, let's get into it. Crude oil back in Chop Fest. I mean, it's just chop 70 all the way to a 73 range right now with the 50% holding right here. Squeeze play still in effect, and it's undecided where it wants to go. So it's just pretty much chop fest. Same thing with RBOB. I'm not going to do too much time. I probably won't even make it to do it before the US pre-market because I woke up late. I had a couple of wines last night with wifey, and you know how that goes. Anyway, squeeze play, and the pressure looks like it's to the downside, but it hasn't resolved yet. Still in the mobile bands, meaning it's chop fest. You don't want to trade here unless you're scalping. It might not be a bad idea. Go long, hit the bands, and get out and make a little money here and there. But if you want to kind of get a move like that, you definitely want to be above the mobile bands. And if you're looking a little more for a couple of weeks, definitely when it's above the mobile bands like this. But you see it gets choppy. A lot of volatility, but the bands will keep you in check. Let's look at natural gas. Getting a pullback. We got a red candle, and I'm not liking that, but it is what it is. Squeeze play. We're 2 weeks in. Histogram still pointing up. And on the daily, it's kind of like undecided. Looks like this candle's about to go negative with the Hakanashi candle. So let's see if this would hold. Actually, 214 is the low. If that doesn't hold, it's going to go test 203. Heating oil, just chop fest. I don't even want to waste time on that. Only thing is that we know it's on a squeeze play on the daily, but it looks like it wants to go, then it sticks back in. So this is where you don't want to trade. You just kind of just watch it and be on the sidelines. Let's go to the metals. And you can see that we got this PPS buy signal. It snapped back down, went up, it went down, and then it went up. Now it's positive, and it needs to close above 1983 and stay closed above it and test 2000. So far, it hasn't done that, but the histogram's showing some life in gold. Silver, same thing. There's just support here. And if you look at the daily, the weeklies are looking ugly. And the dailies look like it's getting life, but still in chop fest, undecided where it wants to go. This is the range you have 2278 all the way to 2412. Copper looks like it's getting life. The weekly histogram turned yellow, and the weekly Heikin-Ashi is turning, it's open Heikin-Ashi candle, even though it's kind of weak and very dangerous because it's down. It looks like it may want to test 382. And right here, you got a PPS buy signal, and so far is looking good. See, this is an actual trade where if you wanted to go long, this is positive. So this is a positive signal. But mobile bands, everything looks good. The only thing is that it's finding resistance at 378. Let's go to palladium. And just chop fest on the weeklies. It reminds me of natural gas. You got two squeeze play from the last 2 weeks, but it hasn't resolved where it wants to go. And on the daily, you see that you got a yellow histogram, kind of holding here as support or maybe below it of 1407, but it hasn't resolved yet. It hasn't decided that it wants to go higher. Let's go to platinum. See what's cooking there real quick. Platinum, it's waking up. Actually, the trend that you see is interesting, that the trend is still positive with these indicators, but the mobile is negative for PPS sell signal. I want to see this candle look like that with the open space, and that tells me that the Heikin-Ashi is positive. Right now, the Heikin-Ashi is still negative, but the trend color white is still telling me that, it's still in trend. It's kind of interesting to dissect that or decipher it when you got some mixed signals like that. But the good thing is that the PPS buy signal just kicked in on the daily, but we need to close. Actually, we need to close above the mobile bands and close above 1042 in order for us to maybe consider testing either 1137 or 1076. But so far, it looks like it's starting to wake up. Let's look at the dollar because that's our gauge. King dollar. King dollar is getting smacked down, but it's still is trying to fight to stay above. You got this Gann angle that is coming down. You got the 25%, and we established a range already here with our pivots of 103.38 and also 104.69. So if it can't close above there, or maybe, push higher and fail, go sideways here and then fail, then that means that's a fail new high, which I call FNH, fail new high. Then it's going to really push and it's going to get all these stops and push lower. But if it grinds and it holds and then it closes higher and it's just zigzagging, grinding higher, and then obviously it's going to test 105.88. Let's look at how much minutes. I got 6 minutes. We're battling the 50 on the daily. It's below it right now, so that's not good. It's showing a little weakness. Point of control right now is 219. Our positive signal MACD just switched off, meaning that there's still a fight between the bears. And the day is not done yet, so we got to see how we close. MACD just kind of going sideways now. The Heikin-Ashi candle has been negative, but now the trend color has been showing a little weakness. But as long as we can hold, 212 around there, that mobile is going to be looking good. Weekly cycle are bottoming out between 6 and the 12. I'm giving it all that little wiggle room so it could do its little thing. They want to, market makers want to trap you and think, yeah, we're going to slam it. And, people on YouTube and Twitter, it's going to crash and whatever it is. Just hang in there. Price action is king. As long as we're kind of going sideways, I'm cool with that because eventually it's going to start turning higher. Let's look at our market profile. As you can see, this is point of control. This is the line in the sand, 218. And we've been kind of hovering there, so that's good. And let's go into our levels. Oh, before that, let's look at our calendar. So interesting. Today is an up day. Trading day is supposed to be up, and we got the ellipse technique that tells that volatility will increase today. But what direction is going to go, we don't know. Sideways, up, down. And we also got the weekday that is down. So this typically Tuesdays are weaker. But trading day wise, June 6th is normally positive. And also on 6/6, this is where you make the most money. So I wonder if the algos kind of have an idea of this kind of stuff and they want to push it lower, which kind of shows me what the price action is showing today. Or once we open, it's going to snap and pop as like we look right now. Sorry, I'm not going to make it for the U.S. pre-market open, but I woke up late, like I said. So let's look at the range for today. And we need to close above 225 in order to at least consider maybe going long on the short term just for today. Targets to the upside will be 231, 235, and extreme 238. And if they're going to push it lower, 215, there's a trend line right here that's coming here, and this is a red one. If you look at the big picture, that's this trend line. And then this one is from this pivot here, from this pivot here. You can see it more right here. These are the supports, 215, 212. If it breaks through those trend lines and maybe do a little capitulation, trap some people and maybe push it higher, we'll see. But as long as we could close above 225, these are the targets to the upside. 238 extreme. And for the weekly, will be 229. Pretty much retest this right here and see if we could close above that. And if we could really push, if it's a big day to the upside, big target would be this 241. Take it, baby steps. In the square of 9, same thing. We're at 217, which is right here. The 270 degrees. So we could go back up 225, 230, 231. Lines up with the 268 high, which I believe, when I say the 268 high, I'm referring to this one right here. Is it? Yeah, 268 high. Yep. Because you got the 194 low and the 268. So what you're doing fractals. You're squaring, not squaring the range, but you're locking in the range, And see, all right, so this is the recent low. This is the recent high. And it's becoming like a triangle. And then one is going to have to decide, it's going to continue sideways, and then it's going to break out, or it's going to do a little capitulation and then bounce right back up and then trap all the bears. So those are the things you got to be aware of, what the market makers like to do. They like to trap people. So if they want to go long, they fake it to the downside and then snap it right back up. I'm going to sign out. I already hit my 10-minute mark. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Sorry for being late. I guess my excuse is it's my birthday. Love you guys. Thank you. Good trading. And I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the dollar, the metals, and the energy sector.